Do you know what I keep doing that if I was you, I would find really annoying? I keep saying that I'm going to upload a video every week from now on, and then I just keep not going through on that promise. So I'm very sorry about that. I have been I say this in every video, I've been really busy, but now I'm actually on school holidays, and so I promise, and I mean it, there will be more videos coming out in the next couple of weeks. I'm going to be filming quite a few videos these holidays, and there will be more consistent uploads for the next couple of weeks, so look forward to that. And right on the topic of holidays, welcome to this video, which is about how to plan your revision in the holidays. And if you're wondering about the change of location, basically my dad lives in Melbourne, my mum lives in Perth, and I live in Perth, but in the holidays I come to Melbourne to see my dad, and so this is my bedroom in Melbourne. So anyway, in this video I'm going to cover three main things. The first one is how to plan your revision in the holidays. The second one is what work and what revision you should actually do in the holidays. And the third one is approximately how much time should you spend, like how much of your holidays should be spent on revision. So the first section is how to plan your revision in the holidays. Now my first thing that, if you know me well, you might have been able to guess that I would say is that holidays are holidays for a reason, because you have been working hard at school all term and you need some time for rest and relaxation. So that should be your number one priority during the holidays, making sure you're getting enough rest, catch up on all those missed hours of sleep because you've been up until 1 AM doing assignments due the next day. Make sure you take time out to do things that you want to do, things that you don't have time to do during the term. Make sure you get your rest and relaxation. And my holidays are, well, okay, my school says that they're 3-week holidays, but they're actually only 2.5 weeks, because we finish on a Wednesday and then start again on a Wednesday, so we only get 3 weekends, whereas a proper 3-week holiday you'd actually get 4 weekends. Anyway, say you have a say you have a 3-week holiday, and I will get onto this subject of exactly how much of your holidays you will spend studying a bit later on in the video. But basically what I'm kind of doing is having like a week off study at the start of the holidays, just to rest and relax and chill and not think about school. And then I'm gonna have like a week and a bit of study, and then the last couple of days of the holiday I'm also going to like chill again before we go back to school. So I would say make sure to have at least a week of your holidays, if you can, just completely not think about school. Like I've come to Melbourne now and I have brought 0 schoolwork to force myself not to do anything. So yeah, definitely try and have 5 days to a week at least, just to completely rest, because you have worked hard during the term. The second point I would say when planning your revision on the holidays kind of goes along the same line, and it's that I see lots of people in the holidays, well not lots, but some people in the holidays like to, you know, get up at 5 AM and be super productive, and they feel like they need to do that to be productive. But my personal view on this is, if that's your thing and you feel productive at 5 AM and you want to wake up at 5 AM, go for it, and yeah, good on you. But don't feel bad for sleeping in if it's like a day that you're going to be doing homework on. You can sleep in until 8, you can sleep in until 9. It's your holidays. Like, just because you're going to be having a productive day or a productive week and you're going to be getting schoolwork done on each of those days of that week, it doesn't mean you need to wake up at 5 AM. Like, you can wake up, like you can sleep in and you've got the whole day to work. Like, you do have enough time. That's the beauty of the holidays. You have quite a bit of time, so you can afford to sleep in. And if that's something you like to do, I would recommend doing that every day of the holidays, even the days that you're working. Like, that's what I do. I never set an alarm in the holidays, unless I have something that I have to actually, like an appointment or something I have to get up to in the morning. I never set an alarm. I just sleep in, and then when I wake up I start my work from there. Now for me, I don't stay up very late at night, so my natural kind of time that I would sleep into is like 8 to 9 AM. So I'm not someone who's going to sleep until 1 PM. So if you are someone who's going to sleep until 1 PM, then maybe you want to set an alarm so you wake up a bit earlier and do have enough time to do work. But if you're only going to sleep in until like 9 or even 10 a.m, then you've still got the whole rest of the day to do work. So don't worry, it's okay to sleep in. You can still be productive even if you start your work at 10 a.m. instead of 5 a.m. So getting more onto the actual how do you plan your revision, the first thing I would say is I have made a video on my channel already about exactly how I make my revision timetables. So this is just going to be a very brief summary of that, but I'll link it up here if you want to go check it out in more detail. But basically the first thing I do is make a large extensive list of everything I need to get done for every subject during the holidays, and next to each activity or task I write down approximately how long it's going to take. Then I go onto an Excel spreadsheet and make a big like timetable thing that has Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then like all the times down the side, and I actually do the times down the side in 15-minute increments. And so if I have a 3-week holidays, then I'll have 3 weeks of that on my Excel spreadsheet. And first I will go through and fill in all the activities that I know are already planned. So if I'm seeing my friends for brunch on Saturday, I'll put that in. I'll put in all of my running training, all of my physio appointments, all of anything else I want to do. Oh, and only do this timetable for the weeks that you're actually doing work. So even though I have a 3-week holidays, I will only be working for like 1.5 weeks. So I just do the timetable for 1.5 weeks. Yeah, so I put into the timetable all of the activities that I know are going to happen, and then once I've got all that scheduled in, then I will go to the list that I have written my holiday tasks on with like their little time allocations, and I will slot them into the timetable based on how long they're going to take. Like if it's going to take 30 minutes, then it will obviously take up 2 15-minute time slots, and I put all that into the timetable on Excel. And that's basically how I make my timetable. And then as I go, if tasks take me a shorter or longer time than I thought they would, then I move them around accordingly. And that's why I like to keep my timetable online rather than print it out. But by all means, if you want to print it out, then go ahead and print it out. But yeah, just shift things around as you go, but try and stick to that timetable as closely as possible. And like I said before, it is your holidays, so you can kind of afford to take longer breaks if you want to. If you're really not feeling like working one day, then maybe just have that day off and shift the tasks to a different day. Like, I don't want to say just if you don't feel like working, don't work, because you might never end up doing any work, but just listen to how you're feeling. And if you're feeling really burnt out, then do take extra long breaks, do take time off and shift your work timetable around accordingly, because like I said, the beauty of the holidays is that you do have a bit of extra time to shift things around according to how you're feeling and how things are going. So don't feel bad for sleeping in, don't feel bad for putting in extra long breaks, because if you can fit that into your timetable, and you should try to fit that into your timetable, it doesn't mean you're not being productive. Like, you're still being productive if you're getting work done. You don't have to wake up at a certain time. You don't have to have only 5-minute breaks the whole day to be productive. So that is basically how I plan my revision, and now I will go on to what work and what revision I actually do during the holidays. So the first thing I would do is consolidate and go over any work you've done in the past term or the past year. Organize all your notes, get everything organized, and make sure you're really comfortable with all of the information and you know how to do everything, because consolidating and understanding what you've already learnt is crucial in then being able to go forward in the next term and understand the concepts that you're doing then, because you'll probably build on concepts that you've been learning before. And if you don't understand any of the things that you've done that last term, then like flag them and email your teachers, and if they can reply and you can sort it out during the holidays, that would be good. And if you can't, then go and see them as soon as you get back to school. But the first thing to do is consolidate everything that you have already learnt that year and make sure you're okay with everything and that all your notes are organised. Once you've done that, if you've been set any holiday homework or assignments to do over the holidays, then that is the next thing I would do, because those things obviously have a deadline when you get back to school, so you want to make sure those are all done to eliminate any stress once you go back to school. So make sure you do any of the work the teachers have set you over the holidays, basically, whether that be homework or whether it be an assignment or whether it be whatever. Just do anything that your teacher has actually told you to do. And once you've done both of those things, then you can probably guess what I'm going to say is to try and move ahead with the work that you're going to be doing next term, and have a look at the topics, concepts you're going to be going over. If you've already been given notes from these by your teachers, then go through them or go through it in your textbook. You don't have to completely understand everything and you don't need to go into extensive detail, but just to kind of read over things and become familiar with them before you actually get taught them properly in class, I find is quite useful. So if you have time after you've done everything else, then I would move on to moving ahead with your work for the next term. And the third and final thing I'm going to talk about in this video is how much study should you do on the holidays. Now, I'm just going to speak from personal experience. Up until year 11, I did zero homework in the holidays. I didn't do any homework in the holidays. Last year in year 11, I did a small amount of homework in the holidays. I probably should have done a bit more, but I'd say I probably did like 2 days of work, maybe 3 days maximum in the holidays last year. In year 11, I'd probably recommend doing maybe 4 or 5 days of homework in the holidays. And now I'm in year 12, so last holidays, which were my first set of holidays for year 12, I did 4 days of work maybe. I feel I should have probably done, I would say I should have done 6 to 8 days of work last holidays. I didn't do that much work because I couldn't really be bothered, so yeah, but that's probably how much I should have done. These holidays I'm going to try and aim to do, yeah, probably 6 to 8 days, kind of like a week to a week and a half, if I'm, yeah, so like not studying on the weekends. So I would study Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, weekend off, then like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or something like that, something along those lines. So that's about how much work I'm going to do, but as to how much you should do, it's just so dependent on like what year you're in, how you're feeling like you're going, if you feel like you're struggling or if you feel like you're coping really well, how much work you've been given. Like, it's just, there's so many different factors. It's just going to be different for everyone because everyone's situation is different. So I can't really say how many hours you should be doing, but all I'm going to say is if you're not in your final couple of years of high school, don't stress too much about holiday homework. I have zero regrets about not doing any homework in the holidays. I mean, I probably did a tiny bit of homework in the holidays. I would say when I was younger, I would have done my holiday homework and any assessments I'd been given in the holidays, but I wouldn't have done any extra stuff. I wouldn't have gone back and consolidated, and I wouldn't have gone ahead and looked at new topics. And I have zero regrets about doing that because I had a great time in holidays when I was younger, just doing whatever I wanted. So do not stress about not doing work if you're not in your final crucial couple of years of high school. And if you are in your final couple of years of high school, then make sure you spend at least a week of your holidays just chilling out and not thinking about work. And then during the week or week and a half that you are going to work, like, still be chill and don't stress out and don't burn yourself out before you go back to school. Make sure you're taking plenty of breaks. And I would also say the couple of days before you go back to school, maybe don't work on them as well, or if you are doing work, just don't do too much work because you do not want to burn out before you go back to school. Your holidays are the time where you need to kind of regather yourself and prevent burnout. So you don't want to be working so hard in the holidays that you go back to school completely exhausted and not feeling like working. You want to be productive in the holidays and get things done, but then also be rested and relaxed and go back to school feeling ready to work and ready to start another term. Yeah. Don't know why I just did that arm action, but okay. So that is basically everything that I have to say in this video. I really hope you guys have found something in there that was relatively useful, hopefully. If you did, make sure to give this video a big thumbs up and comment down below any video suggestions you have. I'll be reading all of those comments and trying to film some of them. And I just want to say thank you so much for all your incredible support. I have been receiving so many lovely comments. I'm going to put some on the screen now. They're literally, your comments make my day. They are so lovely. And I haven't even been uploading that many videos, and we've almost hit 800 subscribers, which is like, ever since I started YouTube, my goal was to get to 1,000 subscribers for some reason. I don't know, it just sounded cool. And we're like kind of close. I'm literally I'm so excited. I'm just really happy. It just, making YouTube videos just makes me so happy. Like, I really love making them, and I love when you guys comment and I can comment back and we can have a conversation in the comments. And yeah, it just makes me so happy. So I'm really excited to film more videos during these holidays and upload more videos. So if you're excited for that, I would love it if you could subscribe to my channel. You can go check out all of the videos I've made on my channel by clicking my channel icon, why can I not speak, down below. I've got heaps of study revision style videos, so if you're interested in those, I would love it if you went and checked them out. Thank you so much for your amazing support, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!